Holy shit, YouTube, it is actually happening. Bethesda is teasing what has to be another Fallout game. Like, that's the only time they ever do this, when they send out the please stand by thing. That's like the Fallout loading screen shit. But they tweeted this out, this GIF. They also posted it on like Facebook and everywhere. And they since updated the Twitter like header thing to please stand by, the Fallout one to please stand by, their damn YouTube, like, I call it header, that's like MySpace days, I don't know what you call these days, but regardless, the please stand by is on their YouTube channel, and then of course both like the Fallout Facebook and the Bethesda Game Studios Facebook. This is kind of what they did with Fallout 4. Like, back in 2015, randomly just on like the Fallout.com, I believe it was, they just had this please stand by with a countdown timer, and we were all just like, what the fuck is going on? It's kind of like this, where it's just out of nowhere, but at the end of the counter, that's when we got the Fallout 4 trailer. It just blew everybody away, and it's really badass. That's kind of what they're doing here. Except this time we don't have a countdown timer. It's just like everything just says please stand by. We don't have anything at all, but we do know the E3 is right around the corner. And something to go over this really quick, just to let you guys know that it is for sure got to be a Fallout thing, is there are two different Bethesdas. Most of you probably don't need this explained, but Bethesda Game Studios is a developer, Bethesda Softworks is a publisher. Bethesda Game Studios are the ones who make Elder Scrolls and Fallout. The only thing that I'm not really sure of is if the color scheme matters to some degree. I feel like it has to, because if you look at the past with these please stand by things, they're generally like one solid color. I mean, look how much, this is the most recent one, obviously. Look how much this one stands out to all these other ones. They're always like a solid gray or like this kind of darkish green color or whatever the case. Like, it's kind of weird that they chose to do this one, whatever it might be teasing, assuming it's, you know, Fallout 5 or whatever the case, whatever this next Fallout game is going to be. Why would they choose to give it a bunch of different colors? We have yellow, red, blue, like kind of pinkish, potentially like purple right here. Like, does anybody know? Like, you guys out there probably know more about the Fallout series than I do. Your boy just has a YouTube channel. I just play the games. Like, I don't have the lore down. Like, would these colors matter at all? Like, this legitimately has to be the next Fallout game. It has to be Fallout 5 or some sort of branch-off title. Again, like a Fallout New Orleans or whatever you would call a branch-off game these days. I don't think they would do this if it's not something like a major Fallout title. Like, they wouldn't do this if it's another Fallout mobile game or like a Fallout Shelter 2 for whatever reason, or Fallout Pinball 2 or some shit, you know? The absolute backlash they would receive if they did this please stand by shit and it wasn't the next Fallout game would be huge. I am seriously looking forward to E3 2018. This is probably my most hype E3 now, because there's the potential, of course, of, you know, there's the potential of like Fable 4. We talked about that in a separate video. There's like for the recent stuff for Final Fantasy VII Remake. It looks like we might be getting a trailer finally for that game. And then now we have what looks to be the next Fallout game. Like, this is going to be a very, very interesting year for E3. So as usual, we got to talk about this shit in the comments. What do you think this is? Is this Fallout 5? If it is the next Fallout game, where do you think it's going to take place? What do you think is like a really good location for the next Fallout game? Will we stay in America with this next Fallout game, or will we go to another country like a lot of the community wants to? Like, a lot of the community wants to see what the rest of the world's looking like, you know, post-apocalyptic or whatever the case. Me personally, I literally don't give a shit. As long as it's a good game, I don't even care about the setting. Anyways, my dudes, not much more to talk about. We just kind of have to sit back and wait until they give us more. Maybe a trailer, whatever the case, or tell us exactly what this is about. Hopefully you guys went on to enjoy the video, and if you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, turn on notifications, follow me on Twitter at TheDashingDavid. Links to my social networks are in the description and in the outro. Later, guys.
Give me a smile, give me forever for a while, give me forever for a while, quit acting like a baby, or at least less like a child, give me serenity.